What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Live Game. The what's this called? The schedule and the draft review.
Part two.
The redo. The duo from last night because we had all these technical difficulties.
Oh, no, it's a
Oh
remix.
man.
Oh, it's a remix. We like Puffy. Told you we won't stop. But yeah, I am your co-host Marcus. Joining me on the panel tonight is Herman. Say what up, Herman.
Hello, hello.
Brian.
Hey, look, I thought Herbert was frozen. We was going to go through this again. Good evening.
Mark. Mark got a little bit.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest tonight. We got George from Positions on Sports, another YouTube channel. Say what up, George.
What's going on, fellas? I appreciate y'all having me. Long time coming. I've been trying to get on y'all show for over a year.
Welcome to the show.
So go ahead and
Thank you.
go ahead and drop your information where they can find you at and what days and times y'all be on.
Oh, I appreciate that. For everyone out there, my name on the show is Big Reg. I'm one of a group of fellas that comes out. We have a weekly sports talk show every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We are currently on our new platform, which is the Positions with an S on Sports Talk Show YouTube channel. So you can check us out, look at some of our previous shows, and let us know what you think. And please like the show and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it.
And since we talk about liking and subscribing, we want to encourage y'all to like, subscribe, share this video. Hit them likes, share, subscribe to us, help us get these views up. We got quite a bit to talk about tonight. Oh, hold on. Also, Brian, you know what you do.
Yeah, please follow us on Twitter on @TheLiveGame3. Also, we thanks to Big Reg, we got a couple people in the box ready to chat it up with us tonight. We want to thank them for that. We got Joe and we got Jay. Both of them are on the show with Reg, and we want to thank them for helping us out.
Yeah, appreciate that. Really appreciate that. So go ahead and get us started, Brian.
Yeah, I'm not the host today.
No,
Yes, you are.
yes, you are.
Herman was supposed to be hosting, but it's all good. We'd like to thank y'all again for joining us. We're just gonna have a
I
quick
think
conversation.
my screen's that.
You said what?
Yeah,
We're gonna have a general
So I think I'm still in and out a little bit.
conversation. You know, the NFL draft. I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I am.
Okay. Have a little conversation about the NFL draft, how the
Can hear
teams
you.
did, what they feel, how we felt about our drafts, with our different squads and what have you. After that, we'll have a little conversation about the new schedule that came out, some of the quirks that's going on with the schedule, and then lastly, we'll have a little conversation about the new teams and logos and things that are just going on in the NFL. So we'll start it off with the ratings. The teams that did well by Yahoo, CBS, and ESPN standards all got A's or A's or A minus. The number one team was the Ravens. The Cardinals were second. The Dallas Cowboys were third, and the Minnesota Vikings were fourth. Do you guys think that's pretty fair, or disagree anything, or how do you feel about it? Just jump in. I'm not picking nobody.
Well, I'll start. So it's no surprise that the Ravens would get an A. They've been picking good for years. To me, they're one of the best run organizations in the National Football League. They got good front office, good stability, good coach, and they just always seem to really draft well. So it's no big surprise that once again they have another good draft season.
What do you think, Herman? Can you not talk?
Yeah, I mean, no, I can. Of course, I'm going to talk about the Cowboys. I think that their draft was really good. It was a lot of luck involved. A couple of things had to happen, and it seemed like things just perfectly fell in place for Dallas with this draft. Yeah, we always appreciate some help from the enemies, but the Ravens, that's not unexpected for them to have a good draft. I think Arizona, they had a good draft. They're right there with the Isaiah Simmons, the number 8 overall pick. That was a huge pick for them. They scored high draft grades every day of the draft, so it's not surprising that they had an overall draft of an A.
How do you feel about it, George?
Yeah, I think
I
one
think a few.
of the team.
Did you
What'd you
say
say, Mark?
George?
I
I'm
did,
sorry.
but Mark started talking, so
Go ahead,
go ahead,
Mark.
Mark. What were you saying? Look, George, while
Oh, I
Mark
was
has
saying
technical
that
difficulties,
one other team that wasn't mentioned in was Minnesota.
Minnesota was the last one I mentioned, sir. But what did you like about Minnesota's draft?
Drafted
I mean,
a
maybe.
lot of need, and a lot of skill at that position.
Hey, Mark, why don't you just hold up signs, right? Why would you go right down and hold up signs? Read it off.
All right,
Oh,
George, what did you think about the top five?
Well, of
Top four, I'm
course,
sorry.
the Ravens, like you said, have been doing this for years, but to be able to get the best linebacker in the draft that fit their need, that was the speed linebacker, and Patrick Queen was huge in the first round, late in the first round. And then the steal was to pick up J.K. Dobbins in the second round. J.K. Dobbins is a first round talent. Since you Cowboy fans out there, you know he's a light version of your boy down in Dallas, and not that much light.
Oh yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the wide receivers. I mean, the top three that went. I mean, you could have took them in any fashion, and you would be successful. I think with who you drafted. So I don't think anybody was upset about that.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
agree.
so
I agree.
so then the next teams they got B pluses. That was the Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Miami Dolphins. Out of those, which ones do you think had the best draft? We'll start with Herman. Okay, we'll
I'm
start
gonna
with
say
Mark.
Buffalo.
Oh, there's definitely a delay going on. Go ahead, Herman.
This is a delay, yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. They took the defensive end from Iowa with the 54th pick. They didn't have a first round pick. Or, and, yeah, they didn't have a first round pick. So looking over their draft, they took for need. They traded for Stones in the off season, so that kind of freed up some things that they could do in the draft. And just looking over their picks, I think that they definitely fortified on both sides of the ball.
yeah. Personally, I like Miami's. I like the aggressiveness. I like for them going for Tua Tunga Vailoa. I think he's a diamond waiting to go. I like the pick, and they picked some defensive players that they needed on as well. I like the way that the coach is grooming that squad to be his team this year, and I see big things with Miami. What do you think,
Yeah,
George?
I agree with you. I think Miami quietly had the best draft of all the teams. I know that you're talking about they had 6 picks in the first 70 selections this year, and they have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds next year. So they totally took away everything out of their team. They're building it from the ground up, and they're going to be New England South within 2 years, especially with that boy Tua from Alabama. He's going to be the best quarterback out of this draft. And then they filled in the offensive line, defensive line, cornerback. They did good things.
hold on now. You say you're gonna be the best quarterback out of this draft, so you just dismissing Joe Burrows?
Joe Burrow hit the perfect trifecta. He ran an NFL offense in a college system. He had the most talent that almost anybody's had in the past 10 years on one team. And then he got to hit Alabama with an injured Tua.
Yeah, a lot of people were scared away from that injury because of Tua. I was surprised to see Miami. I mean, they actually put a spark in the draft that I wasn't expecting. I thought Tua might slip to the second round because of that injury and because of Corona, and no one could actually check him out, physically to see how that thing was healing. Mark, can you talk?
Give him a couple seconds.
Yeah, I can. As far as the Bengals, they did well as far as getting. He's about the only quarterback that came out of the NFL ready to step in. Agree. I think he landed in a good spot for him. The Tua deal. Tua had to. They, he which is that what's back Rosen down there and see what he and shot at him. I think both quarterbacks set themselves up good for the future.
I think that Tua is actually in a better situation.
I
First
agree.
of all, Burrow went to the Bengals.
Yes.
So when you
Enough
go to the
said.
Bengals, that's just is what it is. But Miami is definitely a young and up and coming team, and Miami has what's his name, Fitzpatrick down there. He can play this year. Tua can sit, learn the game. He can heal if he's not healed properly, and he can come in to a young and upcoming team. So he is definitely in a better situation in my opinion.
Yeah, and to your point too, Herman, even though last year they were throwing players left and right. I mean, they were trading, getting away to get all these draft picks for this draft. But every game, that team was competitive. I mean, they didn't get a lot of W's, but they were in them games. They were making you play to win that game.
Especially at the end of the season. I think they end up winning 4
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the
They
last
were
7
playing-
games.
Yeah, they ain't do nothing in that first game against Baltimore. But and
a lot of teams were struggling against Baltimore last year. I mean, that was the first time that they had to see that offense. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
then
they were ill prepared as it showed.
And then they get blown out the very next week against New England.
They got but they got it together.
And by the Cowboys. Cowboys with the butt.
Well, they gave us the tussle for a minute now. It was close before the half. I was a little nervous. I could go lie. I was like, man, we gonna let these fools get their first win. All right, so the next set of teams we got all got B's or all got B's. So that would be the Lions, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Rams, the Giants, the Steelers, the Niners, and the Bucks. Out of those, who do you think did the best, Marcus?
Come back to me.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kansas City, out of my opinion, did the best. Kansas City just keeps eating. Okay, they just getting bigger, faster, and stronger than the rest of the NFL. And the more that running back that they got, that they claim they're supposed to be like Brian Westbrook, man,
From
if that's
LSU,
half true. If that is even half true, the NFL is in trouble again this year.
No, go ahead.
The running back out of LSU is a beast. Not only can he run it, he's one of those few people that's got uncanny balance. You think you knocked him down, and he'll stumble 2-3 steps and then straighten up and go 40 on you. And he can catch it out the backfield and line up in the slot. So, yeah, I'm with you. Kansas City with another weapon is real scary.
Go ahead, Herman.
Yeah, you also adding that weapon to their offense. I mean, they're already the Super Bowl champs. You're adding another weapon to that offense, and then they're stabilizing some positions on defense also. They took the linebacker from Mississippi State, Willie Gay. They took a cornerback from Tulane, a safety from Louisiana Tech. Their biggest problem was their defense. We already know that, and that defense tightened up at the end of the year anyway. So now you start to restock that. You add a bit more weapons on your offense, and they're just going to click even more.
Mark, are you able to talk?
Give him a second. Mark, it's your turn, buddy. I think he might be frozen.
Oh man!
It's like his eyes moving though.
Yeah, his eyes did move.
No, he's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, can you hear us?
Well, we can talk for Mark.
Sorry,
He thinks
you coming?
Steelers.
Yeah, you coming in and out. You talking about? They picked up
Yes.
Chase Claypool from the University, talented wide receivers. I like the actual pass rusher they got. He's from a unknown, but the boy, he has a lot of speed on the edge. He's going to help out. He's going to add on to what J.J. Watt does. Also, they took a couple of Maryland boys, which was pretty surprising. Off a safety. So I think the Pittsburgh did himself well with the draft.
All right. Last but not least, Marcus.
I look at the Colts. They seem to show up a little bit for Tom Brady. They got a what's his name, Tristan Wirfs from an offensive tackle from Iowa. And, Iowa known for them those big boys. So that'd be good for them to like I said, make everything good for Brady and what's his name? What's the tight end's name? Gronkowski. Yeah,
Gronkowski.
Yeah. So I like that pick because you can't you need somebody back there to help protect like I said, help protect Brady. 43 this year by the time they start playing. So I think that was a good pick.
You like his backup?
Who's his backup again? Who's Brady's backup?
Oh.
Huh?
No, I thought you knew.
No, I don't know who's his backup.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm saying it's probably gonna be Cam.
Another one of them washed up quarterbacks.
I mean, why you concerned about the backup if it's Tom Brady playing?
No, it's not Cam. It's not going to be Cam.
No, it's not Cam.
When Tom get hurt in week 5, it's gonna be Cam.
Seriously? Come on now.
I don't know. All right. So this next list is a little bit long. We got all the teams that got a C. Well, let's just do the C's and the C minuses and get this wrapped up. The Falcons, the Patriots, the Saints, the Eagles, Seahawks, all got C's. The Bears, the Texans, the Titans, and the Packers all got C minuses. Out of that list, who do you think did the best?
Well, I'm gonna say I don't think the Saints really needed that good of a draft this year. I mean, they killed in the offseason. They got Breeze some more weapons. They're already a good team. They're on the precipice. Only thing they worry about now pretty much is maybe Tampa Bay. Now that Brady's there, it's So I don't think they're not in the building. I mean, I guess everybody wants to have a good draft, but they did a lot of work in the, like I said, in the offseason, free agency, and they're already there, waiting for a run. So.
So that whole rant had nothing to do about the draft and who did the best.
I just said the Saints didn't need to do that.
You said the Saints did the best because they didn't do anything? Is that what you said?
I'm saying they didn't need to be the best. That's what I'm saying. They didn't need to be the best.
Okay. All right. Okay. We gonna move on.
I can tell you who did the worst. The two that did the worst was the Eagles and the Green Bay.
I agree. Now, why do you think that?
Yeah.
Let's chat on this one because I like this.
Because they both pick quarterbacks. That's why.
Yes. They both have
quarterbacks, which is very weird.
The Jalen Hurts one, I mean, I kind of understand. I don't know about doing it so early, but I kind of understand because of Wentz's injury history, and they want to have somebody, and they don't have Foles no more, and whoever they had last year wasn't the dude. So now, what about your boy Rodgers? You think he's a little upset?
He upset. Rodgers he's a little sensitive. Anyway, he get his panties tied up in a bunch all the time. So he hot. So what's the quarterback? What's the dude's name?
Jordan Love.
Yeah, he won't be getting no love from Rodgers. That's for sure. He won't be. Rodgers gonna be teaching them nothing. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't won't be no love there for him.
You can't blame him for being upset, man.
Yeah, because he didn't get a wide receiver at all.
This was the deepest wide receiver draft possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not take a draft? That's a slap in the face. I guess they threw in a couple of old linemen to make him feel better, but that was crazy.
What you say, Reg? What were you saying, Reg?
I was going to say, not only this draft, Do y'all know that since Rodgers has been drafted by the Green Bay Packers, they have never taken a first round position player since he's been drafted, whether that's wide receiver, tight end, or running back. They have never taken a skill position. The highest they've taken is one late second round tight end
Really?
since he's been with the Packers.
And that's been over. That's been over 15 years, right? 15?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Mark, if you want, just jump in and we'll all be quiet.
Give him about 2 minutes to get the delay.
Got it.
So, yeah, like you were saying, with Rodgers, I actually think, even though it was a bad thing, I think it's more motivation for Rodgers to let this little buck know, hey, you're not getting this job no time soon. So I actually do anticipate him having a better season this year than he had last year. Being in the new system with the second-year head coach now. He really didn't throw that much last year. They did a lot more running than they did throwing last year. So, I think Rodgers might have a little thing up his butt this year and then actually be pretty successful. So, we shall see.
Yeah, he has a thing up his butt every year.
Which one starts first?
I think also this. I think it's ironic that what's going on with Rodgers almost kind of like the same thing would happen to Brett. They almost kind of like really push him out. Really, Rodgers really getting a chance to have. This is going to be interesting to see how this all turns. Because second, a lot of times, with a new coach, you get a new quarterback, and I think this is what the situation is going to be. You have to love to be the future more so than Rodgers being there.
Yeah, y'all know what I always say about coaches when they come into a position, they want to be married to their quarterback, and that ain't the situation right now in Green Bay. And I know that Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer, but that coach wants his quarterback. If they were smart, instead of letting this go crazy, they should think about trading Rodgers, because Rodgers still could get you some pretty good picks right now.
He could get some very good picks. Some very good picks.
The problem is they can't trade him because of the cap.
Yeah, that's true. That too.
This year he would count almost $50 million against the cap. Next year he counts almost $37 million against the cap. Year 3 it drops down to $20 million. Easy. Dead cap. If they trade him, that's dead cap hit. They can't do that.
Oh wow.
Well, hell, what was the purpose of drafting that quarterback then?
It's gonna get ugly.
Look, now that draft looks even worse now with those numbers. That's nuts.
Right.
All right, so the NFL draft came out. What was that? Last Thursday.
Schedule? You mean schedule?
Yeah, the NFL schedule came out
April
last Thursday.
26th.
It was it's different. We're excited with the NFL season coming. Praying that this COVID-19 pandemic will be done and over with, so that we'll have fans at the stadiums and at least get the football season started like it's scheduled to. It was exciting to sit and watch NFL, even though it's different. It was nice just to see the players in their own homes with their families, getting calls over the phone. And the draft was very interesting to me this year. A little better. The only part that was a little sucked was them trying to boo Goodell, like on the back screen and stuff. That kind of sucked, but overall it was a pretty good presentation. Few things that came out of the draft that was different and unique. We'll let Herman start with the first one that we found out. What did you find out about them Jets and Dolphins, Herman?
We talking about the draft. We talking about the schedule.
Schedule.
Yeah. So for the first time,
did I say draft?
The schedule.
Yeah, you said draft. You said draft a couple times.
So for the first time in NFL history, two teams are going to play each other in back-to-back weeks with a bye week in between. So for some reason, the makers decided that the Dolphins and the Jets would play. The first game is going to be in Miami. I think it's week 12. And then there's a bye week. And then the following week, they're going to play again in the Meadowlands. I don't know if that was calculated for some reason. You have to think that there's a reason behind it, because that's just such an odd thing to do.
Yeah, and I think I read somewhere it was like last time this ever happened was like 1991 or something like that. It's been a long time, so that's pretty interesting. And then
So it has happened before.
yeah, it has happened before, but it's just been a pretty long time. I mean, it is very difficult to have these teams and do this schedule and have to compensate for strength of schedule and who won the division and what team plays what division this year. So that NFL, they get a few different options, and I guess this was the best one that they came with. I think it's kind of neat. I'm pretty excited. You don't really have to do a whole lot of prep, from week 1 to week 2 because you've already seen them. I mean, it kind of defeats your bye week though, because normally you're focusing on the next squad. You can do that whole week for practice, but you're doing the same team. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
I don't know. What stood out to me was
It might make your bye week easier because you don't have to prep as much because you did just play them.
Yeah. It's just, certainly most of the time, like a bye week, you can have a team or something that you've never played. You have more time to study and stuff. So, but it has its pros and cons.
I think another interesting game is that the first week is the Saints versus the Tampa Bay. That's the first time ever in NFL history the two starting quarterbacks were over 40. So, shout out to the 40 and over crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the NFL didn't waste any time on that one.
I'm looking interested. I'm looking in the NFL. Steelers playing the NFC East this year. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
We know what happened the last time the Cowboys played the Steelers.
And that game is in Texas. I'm just saying that could be a nice trip.
Yeah.
What week is that?
Yeah, we get some ribs.
I want to say it's in like November. I think it's like when it's cold.
It ain't gonna be that cold in Dallas though. It'll be chilly. It won't be that cold.
True.
What about you, Big Red? Anything stand out for you?
Well, not particularly any games per se. I mean, of course, everybody's interested in the opener to see, Kansas City get their crown, and they playing the Texans, so that should be an interesting game. What really caught my eye is the way that the NFL schedulers actually developed this schedule. Like everybody in week 2 has the same bye week, so that they can move the schedule around by blocks. So they can, the first 2 weeks, if they need to delay the season, they can move that 2 weeks around. That game Herman was talking about with those 2 back-to-backs with the same teams, I think that's a block of 4 weeks that they could actually move a 4-week block of the schedule to the end of the season in case there's a delay, and just keep everything else running the same way. So they put a lot of thought into trying to deal with this coronavirus situation, and if there is a delay or if they have to stop the season for a week or 2, being able to move things around and still be able to get the season through, even being able to push back the Super Bowl into March if need be.
That would be weird. That'd be very weird. Super Bowl in March.
Okay.
I mean, it's normally the end of February. If it was March, it probably would be early in March.
You mean end of January?
I mean, yeah.
Early
Well,
February.
no.
Yeah, end of January, early February is when the Super Bowl
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
February.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So one little quirk that I saw on there is that this year we get Friday football. Christmas falls on a Friday, and the NFL has scheduled the Vikings and the Saints to play. So I thought that's pretty cool. On Christmas Day you get some football. That means
We never get football. Well, yeah. I guess if it fall on a Sunday,
There's a good slate of games for week.
Say that again, Herman.
There's a good slate of games for week 3 also. You got the Pats at the Saints and the Chiefs at the Ravens.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah.
That's
And,
not
and it's a Sunday night game and a Monday night game. I said 2 slate is 2 is good enough for it.
No, that's not a slate. That's just 2 games. Oh,
Whatever.
anything come out to you, Mark, that was unusual or neat about the NFL schedule?
Not in particular, a lot of it. I just think that I'm just ready for some football. I just don't want to play. I not get started on time, and that's going to push everything back. But I'm just anxious to see some football, man.
Did you guys know that?
How about the fact that the
go ahead, Herman.
How about the fact that the Bucks got I think 5 primetime games this year because of Brady?
That is very true.
They don't play.
Not only that, but the Bucks and the Patriots do not play at the same time for the whole season except for 1 week. So all you Brady fans that are mad, you can still watch your boy Tom play and watch the Patriots play.
I don't know. I don't really know any Patriot fans, but I like to talk to them, see how they feel. I mean, are they really watching Tom Brady, or are they over it? They done with it, and they going, they stick with the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? It'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Cause I know how y'all Cowboy fans are. When somebody leave, y'all don't be no more love for them dudes.
Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you.
No more love for them dudes.
No, the only thing make me scared is if we got to play you in y'all feeders. I don't want that to happen. Dude, I remember when M11 went to the Cardinals, man. I hated it. I was so happy when he broke his shoulder. I was like, hey, that's what you get for me.
Come on.
Oh man, that's
cold.
I
feel bad. I do feel bad. But that is how I felt. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad at him. He should have stayed.
They should have paid him.
Nah, he was too old to get paid. He should have retired. You need to go to no Cardinals.
Yeah, he definitely should have retired.
Which one of y'all gonna walk away from $10 million?
True that. I can't deny that. That is true. That is true. So the last little quirk that I have for you guys tonight does happen to do with the Cowboys, in that there is a thing called the Bird Gauntlet, where no NFL team has beaten all 5 of the mascots that are birds in one season. And this year, the Cowboys do have a chance to break that and be the first one to beat the Bird Gauntlet.
That's right. So you played the Cardinals, the Eagles,
yes, the Falcons,
the Ravens,
the Seahawks, and the
okay.
Ravens.
No way in hell.
That's a tough
absolutely gonna happen.
That's tough.
Matter of fact, I think I might go to Vegas and put some money on.
No,
you can't do that because the season already started.
You think you're gonna beat all 5?
Oh yeah.
Okay, the Falcons and actually that's 6 because you got to play the Eagles twice.
Yeah, but I think we just got to beat them all once. I don't think.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think.
Well, no, if it's a gauntlet, that's 6.
No, you have to be undefeated.
You have to be undefeated.
Oh, correct.
You have to be undefeated.
Yeah, I would think so. You got to beat all of them.
Yeah.
That's the easy part, sweeping the Eagles.
And okay, that's the easy part. The Ravens is in Baltimore, right?
Yes.
We should go to that game.
Matter of fact, I was talking to a friend to try to get them tickets, but I don't think they're gonna let them go.
We should go to that game. We should go to that game. For
real. You ain't getting tickets to that game, Marcus.
For real?
We're gonna spend. No. Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna spend a grip if you want to go.
Yeah. Yes.
Because much as I hate to admit it, the experience in Baltimore.
In week 12, they got the Chiefs playing the Buccaneers.
You said the Chiefs play the Buccaneers?
Did you? Yeah, week 12. So you got the young guard playing the old guard.
Well, Mahomes already beat Brett. Has Mahomes beat Brady yet?
Yeah.
He hasn't
Yeah.
beat. Did he beat?
When? They
No, he
didn't
has.
see each
He
other
has.
in
Yeah,
the playoffs.
Mahomes has not beat Brady yet.
No.
Nope.
You might be right. You might
Yeah,
be
he
right.
has. He hasn't beat him yet because they didn't play in the playoffs this past year. And
I think they've only played twice.
yeah, I think twice, either twice or three times, twice, at least twice. I know
Not
one,
sure.
one in the playoffs. Yeah, one in the playoffs and one in the regular season. It might have been three times. Did they play him last year?
They definitely played them last year. I thought they played
And
them last year.
And they beat him last year. The Patriots beat him last year.
I didn't think he beat him, though.
He didn't beat him. I don't know. I had
Yeah.
to look that up. Well, he either Mahomes is either 0-3 or 1-2 against him. I gotta look that up though.
All right. So the other
Tell
little
Mark
thing,
he better eat early on Thanksgiving, too.
who do they play? The Ravens?
Skins on Thanksgiving.
They're playing the Ravens.
Here's what I found.
The Steelers are playing the Ravens on Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ravens on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Your stomach going to be hurt.
Shut up.
Look, how come that comes through on time? All right, so there were how many teams did we say
For what?
they got new uniforms?
The Rams, the Falcons, the Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't Tampa Bay?
the Chargers, 3.
Okay.
The Patriots got new uniforms too.
Didn't
Tampa
really?
Bay got new uniforms too.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. I know. The Patriots got new uniforms.
No,
Mhm.
no, not the Patriots. No, the
Yes,
Bucs
they did. The Patriots got new
Not the
uniforms too.
Patriots.
Yes, they did.
Mhm.
Patriots got new uniforms as well. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they actually got. Well, I need for you to go peek at them because we about to vote them. Does everybody else seen all the uniforms or not?
Yeah, you're right. Patriots did get new uniforms. I like the Patriots new uniforms. Those are nice.
Okay, I didn't ask you to say your vote yet because we ain't did that yet.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Be quick about
Herman, are you froze or you just not interested?
it. I see him moving.
Yeah, he's moving now.
I'm looking up the uniform.
Oh Lord.
I was looking up the uniform.
Okay, well, which ones have you seen already?
I didn't see the Patriots. That's the only one I hadn't seen.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with the Rams. We're gonna start with Marcus. Yay or nay with the Rams new uniforms?
Look like garbage.
Okay, we're doing thumbs. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Red, what'd you think about them new ones? Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Mr. Parker, how you feel about them Rams uniforms? Good, bad, ugly, negative?
Get okay.
Ugly,
Man.
ugly.
Okay, that makes it unanimous. We all thumbs down. I don't like the logo. I don't like the colors. I don't like none of it. It's all terrible.
You
The
know,
only thing that looks nice is their stadium.
the best Rams uniform was in was during the Kurt Warner days. So when it was gold, like that gold color, that was the best Rams uniform. I don't know why they even left that. This new uniform is
Yeah.
garbage, man.
You know what? I agree with you, Marcus. You're right. You're right. I used to like those uniforms too.
Those are the best ones. I don't know why they left that behind and started going to this ugly blue and yellow. I mean, it looked like some powder blue. It's not even. It's like they just took the Chargers colors.
Speaking of, who likes the Chargers? Herman, yay or nay? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up for the Chargers. And the Chargers got like 4 different ones, so they got some different uniforms. They got some options in there. All right, Mr. Parker, yay or nay on the Chargers?
A lot of options.
What you say?
I like the Chargers, especially the dark blue, the blue on blue.
All right, Reds, up or down? Hands up, thumbs down.
I like the uniforms. I don't like the big numbers on the side of the helmets. If they didn't
Okay.
have that, it'd be a perfect uniform.
Okay. Mr. Helms.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say a thumbs up. It look that, especially that dark
All right,
blue,
so
that dark blue one. That look real good. I like that.
we all in unison. I like the thumbs up too. I like it as well. So the next one is the most controversial. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did they get new uniforms just because they got Tom Brady, or did they just get new uniforms? What you think, Reg? We'll let you go first on this one.
Uh, they're trying to, throw back to their old era where they had Warren Sapp and them boys running around where they won that Super Bowl. So I like the attempt, but I mean, I'm not crazy about them. I say nah.
Okay. Mr. Parker, how do you feel about old Buccaneers?
I do like the gray look for him. I do like that. That's the only one I like. The other two, I'm not fans of it. So, yeah,
Marcus?
I'm gonna have to agree with Mark, but it's not great. They call it pewter. Pewter. I like the all pewter, but the rest of them,
yeah.
the rest of them just look like the same old thing. I don't know, don't like they changed anything really, but I do like the all pewter.
Yeah, I'm with Reg. I'm really not feeling none of them, man. They're going to get a thumbs down for me. And Herman, go ahead and then finish us off.
Yeah, I don't feel like they made much of a change to him. In all honesty, to say that that's a new uniform, I'm not feeling it.
All right, we have the Tom Brady less New England Patriots on the docket. Mr. Parker, how did you feel about them new Pats uniforms?
I don't like it. They didn't change too much. A little emblem on the side of the jersey is the only thing. I'm not crazy about it, so I'm gonna have to say thumbs down.
All right, our resident Patriot lover. I don't know if he is
Whoa,
anymore.
whoa. Tom
I don't know if
Brady.
he is because Tom Brady's gone, so he may not.
Okay, first of all, Tom Brady fanboy. Okay, I was never a Patriots fanboy. I was Tom
Okay.
Brady.
Well, I'm sorry. You couldn't really separate the two for what? 15 years? So go ahead.
I'll say yes. I like him. Thumbs up. I like him.
Herman?
Again, to me, it's not enough of a change to call it a new uniform. It looks too similar to the old ones.
I like it. I agree with you, Herman, on your sentiment, but I do like it. I like the other ones. Reg, you thumbs down?
Yeah.
Hey, what don't you like? Same thing with Herman. Is it too similar, or you just think it's ugly in general?
It's just the basic same old uniform. If you're gonna try to, sell new jerseys and stuff, really do a change. Don't be move a couple of stripes here, there, and they haven't changed the colors. It's the same thing to me.
All right, and the very last one is the Atlanta Falcons. And I'll start this one off. I hate it. I think it's worse. I think it looks terrible. I don't like that fade from red to black. I don't know what they was thinking. They need to go back to their old uniforms. What you think, Herman?
I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. I agree with you about the fading from red to black. I don't like that, but the variety and the all black and the black and white reminds me of the days when they back in the 80s with the Dirty Birds.
Marcus, what you think?
I mean, I don't know. To me, the best Falcons uniforms was the ones they had in the Michael Vick era. Those are the best Falcon uniforms. I like those the best, but I'll give it a thumbs up. Actually, the fade when you see them with the bottom is not that bad by itself. If they just show the shirt, the jersey, it looks like some garbage. But with the black pants, I see it. I like it. I give it a thumbs up.
Reg, what you think?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Atlanta, but they trying. They trying.
So is that a thumbs up or thumbs down?
That might be
Thumbs
my first
sideways.
in the middle. It's Atlanta.
but-
I mean, who really cares?
Yeah.
Hey man, Atlanta was in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and had the worst loss in Super Bowl history. I wouldn't even talk about that Super Bowl if I was a Atlanta Falcon fan.
Right.
Got to get that joint wiped from my memory. All right, Mark, what you think?
I actually love all the new uniforms. I think I like the fade on the red to the black to the pants. The black on black looks. I do like this one, so I'm gonna say thumbs up.
Now, Indianapolis Colts fans, don't get mad at us. We are aware that you changed your helmet a little bit, but it just wasn't enough for us to talk about on this show today. So, you do something more with the rest of that uniform, that plain looking uniform, we might talk to y'all.
And the Cleveland Browns also.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes. The Cleveland Browns. Who like the Cleveland Browns? Marcus.
The thing is, I can't really. It don't really like a new uniform to me. I mean, maybe I'm not paying enough attention to the Browns. It just don't look like a new uniform to me. I mean, it's still brown and orange, Halloween colors. I mean, I'm about to be like Big Red and just be like in the middle. I don't care. Here we go. How about that?
So, Mark, you brought them up. Do you like them?
Nah.
Thumbs down. That's just probably your Steeler hate, not necessarily the uniform.
That probably has a lot to
Thumbs
do
down,
with it.
Herman?
It has a lot to do with it.
Herman don't like them either. Red,
You can't the
like
Browns uniform.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the Browns uniform. It's hard to love that color
I ain't
combination.
gonna lie, I'm not a fan, but I do like the style they did. I'm gonna give them a thumbs up.
I just feel like they should be focused on other things besides uniform, new uniform. How about you get the team right? How about that? How about let's do that?
They trying to make money, man. That place is bleeding dry.
If they win some games, they can make some money. How about that? Win
That
some
is
games,
true.
you can make some money. Okay.
So do you think that the Browns might be legit this year with the new head coach and everything?
We'll see. This is Baker's. He has to do something this year. I mean, he really ain't got no excuse. He got two good wide receivers. He got all the weapons he needs. He got Chubb there, and is Kareem Hunt still there?
Yep.
There's no excuse. I mean, here's the only excuse. But there is always going to be an excuse in the AFC North, the Ravens and the Steelers. That's the only excuse. That's the only excuse you got. But if you want to be a winning team, you gotta handle it. That's what you got to do. If you want to be the Browns, let's say certain teams, you got to focus your team on how to beat certain teams. And until the Browns can consistently beat the Ravens and the Steelers, once they get that out the way, then they can worry about everybody else. But until then, there's no point. You got to consistently beat the Ravens. And the
Didn't
Steelers.
they split with them last year?
Yes.
They
Consistently
split with them last year.
consistently means split or sweep every year.
I'm just saying it's a tough division. It's a very tough division, and take a split. I mean,
Okay, are not the Ravens and the Steelers in that same division? Okay.
Yeah.
So what? That's what you got to do. You got to build your team to beat those two, and then you can worry about the rest of the league. Until then, there's no point. And the Ravens right now are looking like the stars of the division for the future. And then the Steelers are always in it. So
well, they wouldn't. Mm-hmm. You think they're gonna have a strong comeback this year just because Big Ben comes back?
I mean they're always Steelers are always in contention anyway. I mean,
What were they,
back.
8-8? What were y'all,
They're gonna be
8-8
back.
last
They'll be
year,
back.
Mark? Y'all were 8-8?
yeah, and that was with
Correct,
the third.
yeah.
That was with Duck doing what's his name? Duck. That was with Duck.
The
doing
fourth string quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. True.
so that's basically that's basically what the Browns do. They got to focus on the Ravens and the Steelers, and once they can consistently beat them, either split or sweep, on a consistent basis.
But
Now, how you gonna say split or sweep on a consistent basis when I just said they split with them last year? You said that.
That was one time. That was 1 year. That was one
No, I
year.
mean now hold up now. Now Cincinnati has been fairly consistent in that division. I mean they never won a playoff game, but they were always in the mix and always making it to the playoffs.
That was when either the Steelers or the Ravens had an off year.
Man, you got a lot of excuses for them two squads, man. Cut it out. In Cleveland, they do, man.
Give me a reason to give them their due, and I'll give them their due. You know what I'm saying?
Can't. Does man, they quarterback. I mean, they defensive man got messed up because he hit the quarterback in the head and they suspended him for the whole year. Terrible. What's his name, Mark?
Garrett, Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett. Yeah,
Miles
he reinstated though this year. Yeah, he reinstated this year.
What you think, Big Reg? Cincinnati pull it off this year?
Cleveland.
I mean,
Cincinnati or
Cleveland. I mean Cleveland.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cincinnati's terrible. We're not even going to go there.
I was about to say.
Cleveland's a bad organization, and we got to stop trying to hold these players accountable for why the team's not winning when the organization is terrible. You got to look at it. The third year
It's terrible.
quarterback is getting ready to go through his fourth offensive system, and the third year hadn't started.
That's very true. That's
And his
very
fourth
true.
head coach.
That's all like the Redskins right there. That's all like.
Used to be the Redskins, you're right.
No, they're
That
actually
used
worse.
to be the Redskins.
I think they're worse than the Redskins, and that's a hard feat.
Whatever. I don't need your cosign. Okay, you just sit there and just sit there.
Yeah, you Cowboy fans need to ease up on our skins. We coming for y'all.
Yeah, not this year though.
We'll see.
Where?
Y'all gonna have a disgruntled quarterback if he signs.
Yes.
Nah, that's all gonna get worked out. Y'all make sure y'all eat y'all Thanksgiving dinner early too.
So the whole what's his name, Andy Dalton thing. I mean, realistically, the only way Andy Dalton gets that job is if Dak Prescott gets hurt, and then the Cowboys just light it up on offense. Not just do okay on offense.
Well, Andy Dalton's not there for the starting job. Andy Dalton was brought in.
That's what I said. What, did you hear what I said? The only reason he starts.
I mean, why are we
is if-
talking about how backups get a starting job? That's crazy, folks.
Because we talking about Dak being disgruntled, he might not sign.
I mean, well, let's talk about the Saints. You know, if Drew Brees get hurt, then then Jameis Winston's going to be the starting quarterback as the Saints. You want to talk about that?
I'm giving Dak props. If you shut up and let me talk, I'm giving Dak props. the only way, because it was a story when they signed him. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? It don't mean nothing. The only way he gets that job, Eddie Dalton gets that job, is if Dak Prescott gets hurt, and then the offense lights it up while he's in there. Not just barely gets by, not manages the game. He lights it up like he's Patrick Mahomes. That's the only way that Eddie Dalton gets that starting job. I mean, like I said before, only one person has won more games than Dak
He
Prescott.
only gets it.
Say what?
He only gets it like that if Dak does not sign a long-term deal. If Dak gets hurt, Andy Dalton comes in and lights it up for however many games, and is on a long-term contract, that gets that job back.
Mm-hmm. But basically my
And
point
then
is,
Dallas probably trades Andy Dalton for a pick.
my only point is that there was really nothing behind that signing. They just need a backup quarterback. Dak is not about to lose a job. Only one quarterback has won more games in the 4 seasons that Dak has been in the league, and that's Tom Brady. So whether you think Dak is a top
I
5
gotta ask you a
quarterback, or not,
question.
100% agree.
say what, Mark? Go ahead.
Why you think that? Why you think Dalton got signed before Cam?
Because Cam is injured. I don't think
Because he's healthy.
and Cam's a headache. Dalton was healthy. Cam's injured. You can't check him out. You can't see him. And I don't think Cam wants to be a backup. I think Cam wants to be a starter.
And plus, you can't have a
Nobody
you can't
had a
have
long-term deal right now. They on the sign as a 1 year.
Yeah.
So that's a question. Will Cam get signed before the season starts?
No. He'll be signed when somebody's starting quarterback is hurt.
Will be a good fit for
Yeah,
Cam.
that's the only way I
You
think.
know what I'm
he's-
gonna say?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yep. That'd be an awesome
Yeah.
signing for y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Cam, would he fit into Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Would Cam and all of that
Yeah, him and Big
personality
Ben play
fit into
basically the
Pittsburgh?
same
He
game.
would have to.
That Ben's more efficient.
Yes.
Y'all know Pittsburgh tried to sign
I think
Jameis
And
and offer them more money than what he got in New Orleans.
Really? I didn't know
Did
that.
he? I didn't hear that.
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe because James wants to be with Sean Payton. Maybe you think Sean Payton is the quarterback guru or something.
probably.
But I was disappointed in James last year, man. I thought once he got with Arians that he was going to do a whole lot better. But that dude was just likes throwing the ball to the other team.
I mean, he did. If it wasn't for all the interceptions, he'd have had a hell of a year.
Say that again, Marcus, without a smile on your face.
I mean, if it wasn't for the interceptions, he would have had a hell of a year.
Marcus,
Come on,
hey,
man.
look, if the Cowboys had scored more points than everybody else last year, we would have won a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, you got him. He put up some yards. He put up some points. He just
The thing is, Marcus, he threw them. He did it on purpose. I mean, I don't know. He couldn't read the defense or something. He was just, I mean, man, we was laughing all season long about Jameis Winston. How many picks he was going to throw a damn game.
The joke is he's thrown more TDs to the New Orleans Saints than their current backup quarterback. True story.
It is. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so I think we did a good show today. I appreciate you guys, doing this with us and get us out of this pandemic for a little while and let us vent a little bit about how we feel about football. We can't all get together like we used to, but hopefully a time is coming fairly soon where we all be, able to get out there and do what we used to do. I do encourage all of y'all to take your time. Just remember that, to do what's best for you and your family during this time. Don't just listen to what the government is telling you. Be safe. Look out for each other. And Marcus, take us out of here.
before we go, I want to go ahead let Big Reg drop the promo for positions on sports once again. Go ahead, tell them where you at, what time you be on.
Hey, Reg, is that spelled with an S or no S?
We already covered
I
that.
appreciate that, Brian. It's positions with an S, yes. On Sports Talk Show, we have our own YouTube channel. You can check us out. Check out the previous shows. We're on every Tuesday, 7 p.m. sharp, and we make it happen. And we're going to have to get you fellas in one at a time. Come on, check us out and join the show. But we talk sports every week, from football, basketball, UFC, whatever it is. If it's hot, worth talking about, we're going to hit it.
All right, so
Appreciate y'all letting me on the show, man.
no problem.
Let's all give him a round of applause. Thank you. Or not.
We got wait for marking up. There's a delay right there. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us tonight. Appreciate you checking us out. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Help us get those views up. And usually I take us out by saying we see you next week, same bad time, same bad channel. But we kind of winging it. We don't have a regular schedule, so we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
Peace.